Greetings. It's been a while. I have not made a video in quite some time, and I mean to. I keep meaning to. I don't know why I'm not sure. I've got some ideas. We all seem to have ideas when we don't make videos. But anyway, that's not that important. I thought if I really knew what my purpose in not making videos was, I would probably fix it and make some videos. That's what I was thinking. And I'm thinking, well, what's the problem? I thought today I would do something different. I'm going to ask a friend, somebody who knows me much better than I know myself. And that is my oldest friend in this room, my hoi polloi deck. This deck has been with me since 1972. The only friend who maybe knows me better than this deck would be my husband, who's been with me longer than that, since I was a very young girl. But I've come to depend on my tarot cards. I tell you how important tarot is to me in my life, so I thought I would prove it. Today I'm going to ask my tarot deck, my hoi polloi deck, maybe if it knows what is wrong. Why am I not making a video? And I'm going to do a little different this way. I'm going to shuffle my deck, and I'm just going to see what cards come up for me today. I'm not going to put out a spread. I'm going to do something a little different. Maybe there's more than one reason that I'm not making a video. So I'm going to give him a shuffle, give him a good shuffle, and we'll see what the cards say. We're going to see what the cards say. Okay. One reason I might not be making a video. Ten of Pentacles. Ten of Pentacles. Okay, well, the Ten of Pentacles, at first glance, would tell me that everything's good. Everything's really good. No problems here. We seem to have a real happy home, and maybe our health is, my husband's health is he's coming to the end of his chemo for this round, and we're hoping that it's going to be better. So this really maybe not make sense at first glance, but maybe I'm not making a video because I'm happy the way things are. I'm happy the way things are. I'm not stressed out by having to do editing or to make sure I don't have a stain on the front of my dress, or maybe I'm just happy with the way things are, and I might want to just leave it alone. I didn't even consider that. So that's maybe an idea. Why might I not be making videos right now? What do I have here? The King of Pentacles. The King of Pentacles. Well, the King of Pentacles. What do I want to say about that? The King of Pentacles to me is always sort of somebody who is very, very knowledgeable. Like this, my videos, I have a lot to say. But about the subject of tarot, or maybe my practice, what I'm doing in my everyday practice, which might be useful to people. But the King of Pentacles really has some rules attached to him. To me, sometimes I see the King of Pentacles almost sometimes like a Santa Claus kind of a card. There's some rules. I mean, as long as everything's good, as long as we're doing what we should to please the King of Pentacles, everything is fine. But as soon as we don't, we might get a lump of coal. In our stocking, right? I'm kind of disgruntled, I have to say. Maybe I'm disgruntled. I've been on YouTube for a lot of years. I've been making videos for, I think, 11 years or so. I don't have a lot of subscribers. I have subscribers. I don't have a lot of views. My videos really don't get a lot of views. And to be honest, it takes a lot of work to put up these videos. It takes time to film. A lot of money goes into them, or you have to have the right equipment. But editing, editing is such a job. You ask anybody who makes videos, well, not anybody, because a lot of people who make videos have a staff that edits and whatever their videos, or somebody to help them film or help them come up with their scripts or whatever. I don't. I do it all myself. I'm not good at it. I'm not good at computers. I'm not good at editing for sure. Maybe I'm not getting back from the views back that I think I should have. Doesn't sound fair that I should be blaming you. Doesn't sound fair at all. But that could be. Why might I not be making videos? What do we have here? Eight of Wands. Eight of Wands. I might not be making videos. Well, the Eight of Wands is a lot of movement in it, right? I'm sorry, my hand's shaking. I'm not sure why. A lot of movement in this Eight of Wands, isn't there? A lot of movement forward, fast forward. My time's getting away from me. Maybe my time is getting away from me. I have a lot of ideas. Maybe the ideas would just keep coming and I can't slow them down. I can't, I'm feeling, there's a rush. Maybe time is going past me so fast that I might not be having the time to do it. That could be a reason. Maybe. Not sure. Might there be another reason I'm not making videos? Well, let's see what the card says. Six of Swords. Yeah, Six of Swords. Oh, I'm going away. Look at me. My back is turned. I'm going in a direction that I don't know where I'm going. Maybe it's time for me to make some kind of a change and leave it behind. Maybe I've said all I want to say. Maybe I've said all you want to hear me say. Who knows? I'm leaving it behind Maybe it is time for me to move on. Perhaps my husband's health is getting better. It's time for us to hit the road, Jack, right? Do something else. That could be a reason I'm not making videos. Why am I not making videos? Let's see what the cards say. Seven of Cups. Seven of Cups. Oh, look at all those choices. What should I be doing? Should I be making videos? What kind of videos should I be making? Should I be making videos that I want to make? Should I be making videos that you want me to make? Should I be making random videos? Should I not be making them all? Maybe I should be spending my time doing some other things. Maybe I should be working on my bus. Maybe I should put more time in my garden. Maybe I should go out and play bingo. Find some old people and play bingo. I don't know. Maybe I should be doing something else. Right? Maybe my videos are not coming across like I want them to. Look at all of the reasons. Some of these might be authentic reasons. Some might be really good reasons. Some of them might be crap reasons. To be honest, some of them just might be crap. I need to figure it out. I need to sort through all that's going on, all that I'm up here in my mind, all this mess of my mind I got, all these ideas coming and going, all these thoughts coming and going, anxieties coming and going, worries coming and going. Why am I not making videos? Six of Wands. Oh, Six of Wands. I'm really, really knowledgeable. Do you know I'm one of the oldest crones here on YouTube that have been here as long as I have? Maybe, I don't know. Maybe I know so much. Oh, people should be giving me more credit for what I should. Oh, maybe people don't give me the credit that I think I need. Are you really not listening to what I'm saying? Do you realize how much knowledge I have to share? Are you a young whippersnapper who think you know more than an old crone? The Six of Wands loves the attention, right? Maybe they love the attention. They should. If you want to come here on YouTube, you might want to have some attention. Maybe you want attention paid to you. Maybe you don't feel like you're getting the right attention, my card says to me. Okay. Or perhaps maybe you feel like you're getting too much attention. Maybe you think that some of the things in your life should be more private than you've left them in the past. Maybe you say too much. Maybe you share too much. Okay? There's a lot of things that I could be sharing that I have not shared. I really don't know if I should. Not sure if I should. Six of Wands. That could be an option. That could be a reason. Why am I not making videos? Hoi polloi deck. Be my friend. You've been my friend. Tell me the truth. Tell me what I need to hear. I'm not making videos because why? The Nine of Cups. The Nine of Cups is the wish card. Just wish for what you want. Do you really have a wish? Do you really wish you have everything that you need? You don't need to worry about making videos. You have a wonderful home. You have a wonderful family. You have good friends. Okay? Are you just wishing? Is your video making? Are you wishing? Oh, maybe I could make a few extra dollars on these videos. Other people make thousands of dollars a year. You know, a failure video today. People that have monetized their videos and they have failed. I heard somebody describe it the other day as only having. I only get a couple $100 a month from this channel. Realistically, you know what $100 a month mean to somebody who's on Social Security? It means a lot of money, right? Okay. Maybe you're just wishing for something that you're really not going to get. Are you being honest about what you're going to? Are your expectations? Are you honest with your expectations, or are you wishing for something that's not going to happen? Who wants to listen to a 70-year-old woman go on and on and on and on? Does anybody really wish for that? Not sure. Hoi polloi, please tell me why I'm not making videos. What is the matter with me that I haven't made a video in so long? What does this say? This is the Four of Cups. Oh my God, am I bored? Am I bored with it all? As it just, it's gone from my heart, the high I used to get making videos. It used to be so nice. I remember, we used to have like a little community, a lot of community of people here on YouTube, and people knew each other, and they shared, news with each other, and we did response videos with each other. Maybe a lot of the love has gone out of it for me. Maybe it's just, I thought it was a good thing. Maybe it's not a good fit anymore. I'm just kind of bored with it. Maybe I'm kind of bored. Maybe I'm the bored boy sitting under the tree on the Four of Cups. Why am I not making a video? Please tell me. Please tell me. Hoi polloi, you're my friend. You can tell me anything. You know me better than anything. The Emperor. Ugh, the Emperor. What does the Emperor have to do with me not making videos? The Emperor has a lot to do with practical things. He's sort of an expert on knowledgeable on things that are practical, things that are, not knowledge. Like he has a lot of experience. He has a lot of strength. He's a very strong card. I'm a strong person. But it has very little to do with the emotions. Very little to do with the intuition, perhaps, that we would see in the Empress card. The knowledge, the esoteric knowledge, whatever. It's the Emperor is more pragmatic. Is pragmatic the word? I'm not even sure. I would look it up, but I can't. I'm using my phone. I'm using my phone to film, so I can't look up the word pragmatic. I don't know if that's the word I mean or not. But it's a very strong figure. But what does he really know? He's really kind of stuck in his idea, isn't he, about what is right and what is wrong? Kind of, like an emperor would be. Or I could go a different direction and say that, to me, this is not representing anything really very positive. When you think about what's going on here in the United States right now, this is kind of a card that isn't sitting with me very well. So maybe I'm concerned about the state of unrest here in the United States. Maybe I'm hoping something will happen that will change that. I'm not sure. Does that make any sense to you? I'm not sure. Hoi polloi, I need some other cards to clarify, but you're only showing me one card here, so maybe I'll just move on and pick another card. Why am I not making videos? Oh, Wheel of Fortune. Well, ups and downs. These are the ups and downs in life, You're not the only person, Rebecca, that's not making videos as regularly as you should. A lot of people are making fewer videos. Some people are upset that they're not really getting seen anymore. YouTube is changing. A lot of the videos aren't even real people anymore. They look real. You know, I even saw a video the other day that looked like it was a speech from President Obama. It was his face. It wasn't his face because it was just pictures. But it was certainly his voice. I know his voice anywhere. I think those were his words. But I don't think it was him giving that video, making that video, because there were unnatural pauses in the video. There were, the more you went on, there were even some phrases in there that repeated. There was some, you know, the editing was kind of sloppy on some of the words. A couple places in there. It was put together. It was a video that was put together by somebody intending it to fool people that it was really his speech. It was not his speech being given. Ups and downs. What's real, what's not real, what's working, what's not working. It's natural to have these kind of days, isn't it? It's natural to have these kind of days. You know, I might go all ape crazy someday and decides I'm going to make, maybe some week I'll start the week and think, you know, I'm going to film 3 videos this week. Today's not, this is maybe that hasn't been happening to me lately. So that's only natural. The natural rhythms of ups and downs are very natural in our life, Oipoloi says to me. It's very natural. It's not alarming that I haven't made a video. I think the only person that is alarmed that I haven't made a video is me. So that's not a big deal to most people. It's a big deal to me, maybe, but not to most people. I don't have to worry about it. People that really care, when they see that I've put out another video, will probably tune in. Of course, only the people that like my tarot videos. That's a whole other story. Right now, we're just saying video. Hoi polloi, why am I not making a video? Why haven't it been so long before I made a video? What do I have here? The 4 of Wands. This is a celebration. You know, I'm kind of happy that I haven't made a video, to be honest. I haven't had that stress. Why won't this video upload? Why am I having issues trying to edit this? Why, you know, why? Why is my, you know, why am I forgetting now that the camera's on what I was going to say in the first place? I'm really happy to be free of some of that burden. I'm really, to be honest, happy. I'm really enjoying this time off. Maybe it's just a time for me to celebrate. Maybe it's a time for me to celebrate my garden. Maybe it's a time for me to celebrate the beautiful weather that we're having and the fact that I'm going to be swimming in the pool later on and enjoying the summer, you know, with my husband. Maybe this is a good thing. Maybe it's a good thing. Too much work makes, what does he say? All work, no play makes Jack a dull boy. I don't think I'm dull. But I haven't been making a video. Why? The 5 of Pentacles. You know, I haven't been feeling great. I've been sad. I really need some help. I need some help in my direction. I've had some loss. We just lost our dog several weeks ago. My young man is not here anymore. He unexpectedly, very unexpectedly, died. Woke up one morning and pretty much collapsed by the time we got him to the vet. It was too late to save him. He had a cancer that we didn't even know he had. He didn't know, like these people, they know what was wrong with them. We didn't know what was wrong with him. But I know what's wrong with me right now. I know I'm really feeling very sad. Louie's very sad. Louie's under my table now. He's all by himself in here. Doesn't have Ben with him. We're very sad. And these people know there are people that can help us get through that sadness. Maybe it will help me get through my sadness by getting back to work. Trying to get back to my normal life as best I can. And making videos was a part of my normal life. Maybe I need to reach out to you and say, have you tell me, you know exactly how I'm feeling, you know exactly how difficult it is going through the loss of a pet. I've been through so much already with my husband's illness and a lot of other things, and this is something we share. We're not alone in our sadness or in our journey. We're not alone. There's always somebody, something there to help us And we need to know that. We need to know that and have comfort in that. That these experiences are not unique only to us. Well, is that why I'm not making a video? Or could there be a real reason, another reason? Asking my hoi polloi deck, what is the reason? Four of Swords, here we are again. Just taking some time. Getting my thoughts together, right? Just relax. It's a time not to be working. It's a time to be relaxing. To collect my thoughts, to collect and see what direction I'm going to go. To prepare myself to go forward in the way I really want to go. I don't have to do it today. I need to do it when I'm ready to do it. Why might I not be making videos? Let's see what the hoi polloi says. The hoi polloi says Six of Cups. I just said that a few minutes ago, didn't I? Well, it used to be on YouTube. It's not like that anymore. I'm very nostalgic about the way things used to be. I'm nostalgic about the way my life used to be. My husband and I were just talking about this the other day. What was our life before 2022 when his first cancer came into our life? Because we can't hardly imagine what our life is going to be if cancer finally leaves our life. What is our life going to be like? We can hardly even imagine what it is. What did we used to do? What did it used to be like? Oh, I miss it when, my dogs were both here and playing and all the beautiful memories I had of that. I miss YouTube. I miss the feeling like I was a part of a community that I don't know really exists too much anymore. It's very small. It's getting smaller, smaller, smaller. At least in my experience. I'm sure it's not for a lot of you. I just don't have the same experiences that you have. Maybe I need to forget about the way it used to be and try to make new experiences. New experiences that I will look back fondly at someday. Why I might not be making a video? Ooh. Eight of Swords. Eight of Swords. I don't want to face it. I don't want to face the fact that I'm letting my head just play tricks with me. I'm letting my head play tricks with me. Are people sick of listening to me? Maybe I'm too old. I'm not that pretty young witch with the pretty nails and the pretty makeup and the tattoos and things that a lot of the new ones have, the younger ones have. I don't have such a really pretty background. My background is just a very cluttered room here. Or a very stark kitchen table. I don't pay enough attention maybe to my background. And all these thoughts in my head all the time. Thoughts. I'm not really facing what I need to face. I'm not really looking at, I don't look at, YouTube even tries to help us by giving us these, I can go on my page, whatever it is, the YouTube page, there's a link there that teaches me, after so many minutes, why are people, I have views, and then they drop off to nothing after so long. Maybe I go on and on, there's a big list of things that YouTube gives you reasons you're not getting views. And I get caught up in that. Oh, why I could be trying to correct those problems, couldn't I? And I have in the past tried to correct some of them. But really, has it really helped? I'm not sure. I'm just, it's just too many things for me to think of. I'm 70 years old. I'm over 70 years old, and it's just too much for me to try to weed through. And this is not my generation. This is not my strong suit. This is not my world that I'm prepared for anymore. I'm sort of over that, and that's what's in my head all the time, that perhaps I am too old. Maybe I'm just not following. I'm not keeping up. I'm not keeping up the vision. I could pull one more card, and I could say, maybe it is the Three of Pentacles. Three of Pentacles is all about, sharing what you know and teaching other people. Well, I really do need to do that, but maybe I could also be the person who is learning. And maybe I should start taking the advice of people who are succeeding. But to be honest, is that really something that I can do at this age? I'm not sure. I know it's an excuse to say, blame it on my age, but after you get to be a certain age, you really don't want to try to learn new things. You don't want to have to try to redo everything that you've worked hard at. Why am I even going on and on with this video? I still have a lot more cards to do, right? That was just a little bit of this big deck. What's the purpose? Perhaps the purpose is to say, I'm sorry that I have not been here for people who depend on me to be here. Maybe the purpose of this video is also to show you that I really care. You know, I do care. I didn't just walk away and forget you. But another reason I'm showing you this, to be honest, is this is a good tool. Your tarot deck is not just pretty pictures. It is a tool that we can use. And if you are somebody who reads tarot, you need to use it as a tool. We need to use it as a tool. Yes, we all love to do all these, we like to modify our decks. We like to, I didn't do any modification on this one, but we like to, trim them, and we don't want to get rid of the waste. We don't want borders. And well, I've never trimmed this one because I don't know if I can show you. I've showed you in the past. See the difference in the width of the border here and here. It's just printed so poorly. Remember, this is a knockoff deck. It wasn't even an authentic, it's in the style of Rider-Waite, but it certainly wasn't Rider-Waite deck. And it's, I couldn't trim anything like that, because they're just, some of them are are even. Well, this is even. Okay, this is a good one. On this side, it looks pretty even, right? Look at the back. Not at all. So how would I trim something like this? I couldn't trim it. And why would I? What I would bother? I wouldn't bother at this point. This is just my oldest tarot friend, right? But my point is, one of the things that I stress when I teach tarot, I try to teach tarot. Even here on YouTube, I've given you a lot of tarot videos. I'm not sure how many, where really the purpose of the videos is to teach people how to read tarot. That's really why I do it. And one of my biggest pet peeves are people that put out tarot cards, apparently like in a spread or whatever, or even 3 cards, and say this is past, present, future, or this is don't do this, do this, or they might assign meanings to the position where the card is lying. But when it comes down to trying to cipher the meaning of the reading, they forget the position. They forget the question they've been asking. What question was I asking of this position? Okay, whether this position is something that happened in the past and is now over, whether this is something that is underlying that I'm really not aware of, that I need to seek out and see, what is that? What is that? What could that be that I'm not aware of? Is this a person? And I ask for a person who might be around me that would be willing to help me, right? Okay? Whatever it is that you decide when you are dealing out your cards in some kind, whenever it's more than one card, you need to remember the meaning, the question that you asked of that card before you laid it down. In this exercise, I was trying to show you, with every card that I pulled, I repeated the question, why have I not been making videos? I'm asking the deck to try to show me maybe why. And some of the cards didn't seem to answer the question very well, right? Like a couple of them I wasn't sure of, like maybe, for instance, the Emperor card. I was really not sure of that one. That's okay, because in most spreads, when you have those questions that you're asking, that's not the only question you're asking. It's a position, and there'll be other cards around it or beside it or whatever that you've asked other questions of that might help to explain that their proximity to each other or whatever might help you understand why that card is in that spread in the first place, in that position. It will be clearer. Okay. But an exercise like this, where you just take one card, it's a really good exercise no matter what deck you use. Okay. And just think of a question. Think of a question. I need to find a job, for instance. What kind of a job might I need? It would make me happy. Ace of Pentacles. I want to be able to use. Oh, look how uneven that is. See, I could never ever trim these cards. Ace of Pentacles. It's something new, something different that I haven't maybe done before. Okay. Ace of Pentacles, the beginning of something. The beginning of something. Yes, it's time. I've already said I need to get a job. So I wouldn't say, yes, this card tells me I need to get a new job. Well, that might be sort of obvious what it is. But if I asked it, what kind of a job might I be looking for that would be best serving me? How would Ace of Pentacles be answered? The Ace of Pentacles would be something that I haven't seen before. The Ace is the beginning of something, right? Pentacles means something practical or something that helps people, helps you or helps people. This would not be a job like a, well, it could be. I mean, he's trying to think of something that doesn't really help people or help, not practical. Something that is, okay, let's say an artist. That's an expression. Ace of Pentacles would probably not imply something in the artistic field, right? Where if I was going to get something in the artistic field, the card that might show up for that would maybe be the Ace of Wands. Excuse me, the Ace of Wands. The Ace of Cups might say, that might answer the question in a way that might say something that has to do with emotional or people's emotions or other people, relationships, maybe a counselor, try to get a job working in counseling or working, as a helping with the online dating service or whatever, something like that, okay? Pay attention to the card, but pay attention to the question you asked of the card. I hope you got a little bit something out of this. At the very least, you got a video, and I haven't made a lot of videos lately, but I made one today, so I hope you enjoy it, and I promise I will see you soon. As always, I am Rebecca the Good Wife. Thank you so much for coming and visiting me today at the Crone House, and I wish you blessings.